Hello student, good morning everyone. So today I am going to discuss the difference between electronegativity and electron affinity. In the last video lecture I have discussed about the electron negativity. Okay, so what is this electronegativity and the periodic variations and down the group variations. Okay, and some exceptional case. So the most important, the difference of electronegativity and electron affinity. So what is the difference? Electronegativity, it is the tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract the bonded electrons. Tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract the bonded electrons. Okay. Here electron affinity, energy released when an electron is added to isolated gaseous atom. So energy released when an electron is added to isolated gaseous atom. Relative value of an atom, absolute value of an atom. It regularly changes in a period or group. It does not change regularly. It has no unit. It is measured in electron volt or atom or kilojoule per mole, kilocalorie per mole. There is no question of negative of electron negativity, but the first electron affinity is always negative. So what I say, electronegativity means it is the tendency of an atom to attract the shared per electron towards itself in a covalent bonded of a molecule in a compound. Electron affinity, energy released when an electron is added in an isolated gaseous atom. In isolated gaseous atom, where electron is added, so how much energy released, that is the electron affinity. Electronegativity, it is the relative value of an atom, it is the absolute value of an atom. It regularly changes in a period or group. Already I have discussed electronegativity. When you move across a period, electronegativity increases as size decreases due to increase of effective nuclear charge. Okay, when you move down the group, what will happen? Electronegativity decreases due to increase of size. Although there is a two exceptional case. Group 12, zinc, cadmium, mercury, due to lengthened contractions, electronegativity increases. And also group 13, boron, boron, aluminium and gallium, due to transition contraction, gallium has higher electronegativity than aluminium. Similarly, electron affinity also, from when you move left to right, what will happen? Due to decrease in size, increase in effective nuclear charge, electron affinity also increases. When you move down the group, electron affinity also decreases, but in exceptional case, fluorine greater than chlorine, okay, and phosphorus greater than nitrogen, and sulfur greater than oxygen. So these are the periodic variations and down the group variations of both electronegativity and electron affinity. Electronegativity, it has no unit, but electron affinity has a unit, electron volt per atom or kilojoule per mole or kilocalorie per mole. First, electron affinity is always negative. As I told you, in case of electron affinity, first electron affinity is always negative. But there is no question of negative of electronegativity, because okay, so there is just no such type of amount of energy required or released in case of electronegativity. Now, electronegativity values on Pauling scale across period and down group. So you see period 2, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. You see electronegativity 1, 1.5, boron 2, carbon 2.5, nitrogen 3, oxygen 3.5, fluorine 4.0. Period 3, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, fluorine 0.9, 1.2, 1.5, 1.8, 2.1 and 2.53. So along the period, electronegativity increases Here also along the period electronegativity increases. If you see down the group, fluorine, chlorine, electronegativity decreases. Okay, electronegativity decreases, decreases, decreases. Okay, so now factors. Factors affecting electronegativity. What are the factors? So factors affecting electronegativity. First, atomic size. Electronegativity inversely proportional to atomic size. As I told you, if we move from left to right, that means size decreases. Why size decreases? Same thing, same explanation. Effective nuclear charge increases. If effective nuclear charge increases, then size decreases. Okay. Again, effective nuclear charge, electronegativity directly proportional to effective nuclear charge. So, if effective nuclear charge increases, electronegativity also increases. Hybridization state of an atom. So, hybridization state of an atom means electronegativity proportional to percentage of S character. Electronegativity proportional to percentage of S character in hybridized atom. Why? SP means S character 50%, electronegativity 3.25. sp2, here S character, it should be small. Okay, here S character 33%, electronegativity 2.75. sp3, here S character 25%, electronegativity 2.5. So electronegativity directly proportional to percentage of S character. As you see in sp, 50% S, 50% P, so is percentage of S character 50%, electronegativity will also be high, 3.25 greater than 2.75 greater than 2.5. Clear? Next is oxidation state. Oxidation state. Electronegativity is proportional to oxidation state. So electronegativity is directly proportional to oxidation state. Higher the oxidation state, higher will be electronegativity. Here manganese 2 plus less than manganese 4 plus less than manganese plus 7, or Fe less than Fe2 plus less than Fe3 plus. So what will happen? Manganese plus 7 higher oxidation state, Fe plus 3 higher oxidation state. So electronegativity will be increased from manganese plus 2 plus 7. Similarly Fe2, Fe3 plus. Note. What are the notes? S orbital closer to nucleus. So by increasing S character in hybridization state, electronegativity also increases. That means due to the penetrating power of S, when you discuss the penetrating power, S being close to the nucleus, whatever will happen, S orbital electron are strongly attracted by the nucleus. So nucleus strongly holds these S orbital electrons. So that's why electronegativity means attracting power of S orbital has been increased. So percentage of increase of S character. Number 4, electronegativity does not depend on field or half field orbital. Okay. So in case of ionization energy, in case of electron affinity, we have seen that in half field and full field electronic configuration, ionization energy varies, electron affinities varies. Here, so electronegativity does not depend on field or half field orbital. Okay. Now expression of electronegativity, as I told earlier in the previous video lectures, electronegativity can be measured by 3 scale: Pauling scale, Mulliken scale and Aldrich-Rocco scale. So out of 3, Pauling scale is very important and very widely used. The Pauling scale, as we have seen that this is the Pauling scale across period and down the group. So Pauling scale very important because problem sum is given from this portion, Pauling scale of electronegativity. The electron attracting power of 2 dissimilar atoms, power of 2 dissimilar atoms A and B in a compound AB is different, and bond formed between them is generally intermediate between pure covalent and pure ionic. Electron attracting power of two dissimilar atoms A and B in a compound AB is different, and bond formed between them is generally intermediate between pure covalent AB and pure ionic A plus B minus resonating structure, or A minus B plus, and the bond is stronger and stabilized. Bond is stronger and stabilized by following resonance AB A plus B minus and or A minus plus B plus. Okay, so resonance energy, which is denoted delta, resonance energy equals to actual bond energy minus energy of 100% covalent bond. Actual bond energy minus energy of 100% covalent bond. This is the very important. Resonance energy. Resonance energy delta, actual bond energy EAB, E with suffix AB, minus energy of 100% covalent bond. The actual bond energy can be measured experimentally. How? Delta AB equals to EAB, energy of AB bond, minus under root E with suffix A, energy of AA bond, into energy of BB bond. Again I tell you, this is the very important Pauling scale of electronegativity. Its expressions very important for mathematical problem. So here resonance energy delta, actual bond energy EAB, energy of AB bond, minus energy of 100% covalent bond. Again actual bond energy can be measured experimentally as delta AB equals to energy of AB bond minus under root within first bracket EAA into EBB. EA means energy of AA bond and EBB means energy of BB bond. The resonance energy measure the polarity of the bond. Resonance energy measure the polarity of the bond AB that depends on the electronegativities chi A and chi B. It is not Ix, it should be a chi A. Symbol should be chi A. Okay, X means here chi A and chi B. Chi A, chi B is the electronegativities of A and B of an atom A and B. Then according to Pauling scale, it can be expressed as, this is very important, we should remember this formula, chi A minus chi B equals to 0.208 under root delta with suffix AB molecule in kilocalorie per mole. So according to Pauling scale, we can express electronegativities of A and B, chi A minus chi B equals to 0.208 delta AB, or chi A minus chi B equals to 0.0117 delta AB in kilojoule per mole. So this is the in kilocalorie per mole, 0.208 delta AB, and chi A minus chi B also 0.0117 delta AB, but in kilojoule per mole. Okay, we should remember this value in mathematical expression. Or delta AB equals to 23.06 chi A minus chi B whole square, or you can write root. So delta AB equals to chi A minus chi B whole square, 23.06 chi A minus chi B whole square. This is also so Pauling scale. According to Pauling scale of electronegativity can be measured by using these three equations or expressions. So chi A minus chi B equals to 0.208 delta AB in kilocalorie per mole. Okay, 0.208 delta AB in kilocalorie per mole. Or chi A minus chi B equals to 0.0117 delta AB in kilojoule per mole. Or delta AB equals to 23.06 chi A minus chi B whole square. As we know, delta AB equals to energy of AB minus under root energy of A into energy of BB, as I have discussed here, this one. Okay, so this is the resonance energy of AB minus under root energy of AA bond, energy of BB bond. Okay, so here EA energy of AA bond and EBB energy of BB bond. So in Pauling scale, elements having almost same electronegativity. Okay, so these are, again I recap, this is the expression of electronegativity scale of Pauling. So chi A minus chi B, again I tell you, chi A minus chi B equals to 0.20, 0.208 root delta AB kilocalorie per mole, or chi A minus chi B equals to 0.0117 root delta AB in kilojoule per mole, or delta AB equals to 23.06 chi A minus chi B whole square. Okay, so this is the three expression of Pauling scale of electronegativity. We should remember these expressions. Okay, because there are so many problems comes in the final exam and internal exam. So this is very important for the both final exam and internal exam. So in Pauling scale, elements having almost same electronegativities, Pauling scale having almost same electronegativities as carbon equals to sulfur equals to iodine 2.5. Similarly, in case of nitrogen equals to chlorine equals to 3, phosphorus equals to hydrogen equals to 2.1, that is both phosphorus hydrogen has electronegativity 2.1, and cesium and francium has least electronegativity 0.7, and beryllium aluminium has electronegativity 1.5. So beryllium aluminium electronegativity 1.5, and carbon sulfur iodine 2.5, nitrogen chlorine 3, phosphorus hydrogen 2.1, cesium francium 0.7. So this is the Pauling scale electronegativity. We should remember this. We should remember also the mathematical expressions of Pauling scale of electronegativity. Okay. Next the problem. Next problem from Pauling scale of electronegativities. Okay. So during this solution this problem, I have only simply write this in word, but it should be written, if you read in this equation format, mathematical using mathematical tools, then it should be looks like very good. But due to the absence of these tools, so I have to write this as answer of this solution of this problem by simply using what Microsoft Word. Okay. So problem: bond energy of H2 and I2 and HI molecules are, bond energy of H2, I2 and HI molecules are 100, 0.2, 36.1 and 71.4 kilocalorie per mole respectively, and Pauling electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1. Calculate Pauling's electronegativity of iodine using this data. Okay. Again you read the problem. Bond energy of H2, I2 and HI molecules given. Okay. So if you look again the Pauling scale, AB means here HI. Okay. And H2 means here suppose A, and I2 means here BB. Okay. So that's a very simple problem. So now, since the electronegativity of iodine, the questions why I have written this line, because chi A minus chi B. Chi A minus chi B means considering the A is much more electronegative than B. So that's why in between hydrogen and iodine, which will be the most electronegativity. Okay. So if you see this here, carbon and sulfur and iodine, it has 2.5, but whereas phosphorus and hydrogen 2.1. So iodine has more electronegative than hydrogen. So that's why, so since electronegativity of iodine is greater than electronegativity of hydrogens in HI molecule, thus Pauling scale of electronegativity can be expressed as chi I minus chi h, chi I minus chi h equals to 0.208 root delta HI in kilocalorie per mole, or we can say delta HI equals to EHI minus this one. We know this delta HI, energy of HI bond minus under root energy of II and energy of HH. Again chi is given 2.1, EHI given 71.4, this one, EII given 36.1, EHH given 100.2. So now putting the value of this in this equation, chi I minus putting the value of chi h 2.1 equals to 0.208 root 71.4 minus under root 36.1 into 104.2. Why? Because 36 means this is the E II and EHH 1042 and 71 is EHI. Okay, so we get the value 2.76. So which is very close, because 2.5 we know. So chi I, electronegativity of iodine, has been experimentally we got 2.76. Okay. So next problem, calculate Pauling scale of electronegativity of bromine. Calculate Pauling scale of electronegativity of bromine from the following data. Bond energy H2, Br2 and HBr. 2 and this 2 will be should be suffixed of H and bromine. Okay. So bond energy of H2, Br2 and HBr 104.2, 46.1, 87.4 kilocalorie per mole. Pauling scale of electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1. I have given as a homework. This is simple. Just the data is different and the compound is also different. Here HBr, here HI. Just like this. Nothing is done. Okay. So you should solve this problem. Very easy problem. Okay. If you feel any doubt or any trouble, then you can ask me. Okay. So next scale of electronegativity is Mulliken scale of electronegativity. Okay. Next, Mulliken scale of electronegativity. According to Mulliken, electronegativity of an element is the average value of its ionization energy and electron affinity. What he said, electronegativity of an element is the average value of its ionization energy and electron affinity. That means we can say electronegativity equals to IE plus EA by T, because according to Mulliken scale, it is the half of ionization energy and electron affinity. Okay, this is simple. Third scale, Allred-Rocco scale of electronegativity. Allred-Rocco scale of electronegativity. This is also very important. The electronegativity of an element is the electrostatic force of attraction between the electron present on the circumference of outermost shell of this atom and the nucleus. If the distance between the circumference of outermost shell and the nucleus is r and effective nuclear charge Z effect, then electronegativity can be expressed Z effective into E square by R square, or within third bracket 0.359 Z effective by R square bracket close plus 0.744. So this is the final form, 0.359 Z effect by R square plus 0.744, where Z effect is Z minus sigma, Z atomic number, and sigma is skinning constant or Shelling constant. Here, so this is the expression of Alred-Rocco scale. Effective nuclear charge into square by r square, or 0.359 effective nuclear charge Z effect by r square plus 0.744. Now problem. The FF bond distance in Ft molecule is 1.413 angstrom. The FF bond distance in Ft molecule is 1.413 angstrom. Calculate Alred-Rocco's electronegativity of fluorine using Slater rules. Calculate Alred-Rocco electronegativity of fluorine using Slater rules. What? So, electronegativity chi F equals to 0.359 Z effect by r square F plus 0.744. So this is the final expression of Alred-Rocco scale. I have written just. Okay. Now, given Z effect, given Z means atomic number of fluorine is 9. Radius of fluorine, covalent radius of fluorine 1.413 by 2. Covalent radius given 1.413 by 2. So this is 0.7065 angstrom. Sigma F. So now you have your job to find out the sigma F, because you see this is the chi F equals to 0.0359 effective nuclear charge by r square F plus 0.744 equals to 0.359 into, including the value of Z effect. Z effect equals to ZF minus sigma F. Okay, Z minus sigma by r square F plus 0.744. So you know the value of Rf. Okay, you know the value of Zf. Now we have to find out the value of sigma F. Sigma F, skinning constant of fluorine, should be determined. Then you can easily find out the electronegativity of fluorine in Alred-Rocco scale. Sigma F, skinning constant of fluorine F9. Skinning constant of F9 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. This is the electronic configuration. So here, as I told you, the Alred-Rocco scale, here electronegativity, look carefully, electronegativity of an element is the electrostatic force of attraction between an electron present on the circumference of outermost shell. Circumference of outermost shell of this atom and the nucleus. So that's why you have seen this. When you discuss the Slater rules and find out the value of sigma, so here do not mention any particular orbitals. So we have to find out the skinning constant sigma F of the circumference of outermost shell. Here valence shell is 2s2 2p5. So that's why 5 plus 2 7. 7 into 0.35 plus rest, that means n minus 1 cell. This is the n cell, this is the n minus 1. So 2 into 0.85, that value is 4.15. So chi F equals to, 0.359 into 9. 9 means atomic number minus 4.5 minus 4.5 by 0.7065 whole square plus 0.744. So this is the 4 point, it should be 4.15. Okay, so chi F 0.359 into 9 minus 4.15 by 0.7065 whole square. This is the, we get the covalent radius plus 0.744. We get the value 4.23. okay, which is very close to the Pauling scale electronegativity of fluorine, that is 4. So electronegativity of fluorine is 4.23, that is very close to Pauling scale of electronegativity. Fluorine is 4. So in Pauling scale electronegativity of fluorine is 4, in Alder-Rocco score electronegativity of fluorine is 4.23. Clear? So again I recap these portions: electronegativity and electron affinity difference, okay, and the scale, expression of electronegativity in different scale: Pauling scale of electronegativity and Millikan scale of electronegativity and Alder-Rocco scale of electronegativity. And the most important is Pauling scale of electronegativity. We find out that chi A minus chi B minus equals to what? 0.208, okay, 0.208 root delta AB, or 0.0117 root delta B kilojoule per mole, or 23.06 chi A minus chi B whole square. So now the application of electronegativity. What are the applications of electronegativity? First, metallic and non-metallic character. Metallic and non-metallic character: low electronegativity metals. If the electronegativity is low, then it should be metals. High electronegativity means non-metals. So high electronegativity means non-metals, and low electronegativity means metals. Metallic character increases down the groove but decreases along the period. Okay, metallic character increases down the groove. Metallic character increases down the groove but decreases along the period. Bond length, electronegativity delta En, or that is difference of electronegativity proportional to 1 by bond length. So delta En difference electronegativity of bonded atoms. So if bond length increases, electronegativity or difference of electronegativity decreases. Next is nature of bonds. According to Haney-Smith formula, okay, percentage of ionic character equals to 16 within third bracket chi A minus chi B plus 3.5 chi A minus chi B whole square, where Xa equals to electronegativity of A and Xb electronegativity of B. So it should be chi A, not Xa, it should be chi A. So percentage of ionic character, nature of bonds. Percentage of ionic character by using this formula: 16 into chi A minus chi B plus 3.5 chi A minus chi B whole square. If chi A minus chi B greater than equals to 2.1, so greater than equals to 2.1 ionic percentage, greater than 50%, that is ionic bond. Okay, so chi A minus chi B should be greater than equals to 2.1 and ionic percentage greater than 50%, then it is ionic bond. If chi A minus chi B less than 2.1, less than equals to 2.1 and ionic percentage less than 50%, that is covalent bond. So it should tell the nature of the bond, whether covalent bond or ionic bond. So difference of chi A minus chi B greater than equals to 2.1 and percentage of ionic character is greater than 50%, then it is ionic bond. If chi A minus chi B less than 2.1 and percentage of ionic less than 50, then it is covalent bond. According to Gallus, if chi A minus chi B greater than equals to 1.7, then it is ionic. If chi A minus chi B less than equals to 1.7, covalent. If chi A equals to chi B, then AB will be non-polar. So according to Gallus, chi A minus chi B greater than equals to 1.7 ionic, chi A minus chi B less than equals to 1.7 covalent, or chi A equals to chi B, then AB will be non-polar as HH and FF. Okay. Next, nature of hydrolysis. Nature of hydroxide. As per Gallus, in AOH, if electronegativity of A is more than 1.7, that is non-metal, then it is acidic in nature. If electronegativity of A is less than 1.7 metal, then AOH will be basic in nature, NOH Ka 0.9 basic, ClOH Ka 3.0 acidic. Similarly, if Ka minus Ka greater than equals to Ka minus Ka, then AO bond will be more polar and will break as A plus OH minus. It shows basic nature. If Ka minus Ka less than equals to Ka minus Ka, okay, then AOH will be broken as AO minus plus H plus. It shows acidic in nature. In NOH, Ka minus Ka Na 2.6, Ka minus Ka 1.4. So hydroxide is basic. So in ClOH, Ka minus KCl 0.5 less than Ka minus Ka 1.4. So hydroxide is acidic. Nature of oxides. Consider an oxide AO. Ka minus Ka greater than 2.3, then it is called basic oxides. If Ka minus Ka greater than 2.3, then it is called basic oxides. If Ka minus Ka less equals to 2.3, then it is called amphoteric oxide. If Ka minus Ka less than 2.3, then it is called acidic oxides. So along a period, acidic nature of oxide increases. So along a period, acidic character increases. So along a period, acidic nature of oxide increases, and down the group, basic nature of oxide increases. So keep in mind, along a period, acidic nature of oxide increases, and down the group, basic nature of oxide increases. So Na2O, MgO, Ka minus Ka greater than 2.3, basic oxide. Similarly, Al2O3, SiO2, Ka minus Ka 2.3, amphoteric. Similarly, P4O10, SO3, Cl2O7, Ka minus Ka less than 2.3, acidic oxides. Note, when an periodic table distance between elements and oxygen increases, basic character increases. As for example, NO2 greater than ZNO greater than K2O, acidic character decreases. Note, BO, Al2O3, ZNO, SNO, PbO, SNO2, PbO2, Sb2O3, etc. are amphoteric oxide, and CO, water, NO, N2 are neutral oxides. Okay. Now, acidic strength of oxides and oxyacids proportional to electronegativity. Acid strength of oxides and oxyacids proportional to electronegativity. B2O3, CO2, NO5, electronegativity increases, acidic nature increases. Similarly, SO3, SeO3, TeO3, similarly HO3 greater than H2CO3 greater than HBO3, similarly HClO4 greater than HBr4 greater than HF4, similarly H2SO4 greater than HAC4 greater than HTO4, similarly H3PO4 greater than H3SO4 greater than H3SBO4, similarly N2O5 greater than P2O5 greater than H2O5, similarly H2SO3 greater than H2SeO3 greater than H2TeO3, similarly greater than HOF greater than HOCl greater than HOBl greater than HOL. Last one, N2O3 greater than P2O3 greater than H2O3 greater than Sb2O3. So this is the acidic strength oxides and oxoacids. So this is the acidic properties increases with increased oxidation state of an element when the central atom is same. Here you see Sb2O5, Sb2O3. Higher oxidation state, increase the oxidation state, HClO4, HClO3, HClO2, HClO. Here chlorine is 4 into 2 minus 8 plus 1, that is plus 7. So that's why with increasing oxidation state, what will happen? Acidic property also increases. Hydrolysis of product AX, where A means other element and X is halogen. If electronegativity of X greater than electronegativity of A, then hydrolysis products will be HX. BCl3, electronegativity Cl greater than electronegativity of boron. So electronegativity of boron greater than electronegativity of chlorine. So this is the hydrolysis BCl3, and this is the water molecules. We get loss of 3HCl and BOHA whole thrice. Similarly, if electronegativity of X less than electronegativity of A, then hydrolysis product will be HOX, hypohalous acid. Cl2O, like this way. Here electronegativity of oxygen greater than chlorine. On hydrolysis, what will happen? OCl2, we react with 2 moles of water, we get 2HOCl, hypochlorous acid, and water molecules. Okay. Now density. So in a group, volume of an atom increases along with atomic weight, but atomic weight increases more than atomic volume. So another term, density, and we also discuss the melting point, boiling point. So in a group, volume of an atom increases along with atomic weight, but atomic weight increases more than atomic volume. So density increases in a group. Factors affecting density: inner cell configuration, number 2 atomic weight, number 3 packing capacity, number 4 chemical bond. Variation in a period: density first increases till maximum and then decreases. S block to D block increases. S block to D block increases density, and D block to P block decreases. In a group, from top to bottom, density increases regularly. In 17 group, fluorine and chlorine are gases, low density. Bromine is liquid, density is 3.19, and iodine is solid, density 4.94. So from S block to P block, packing capacity and strength of bond increases. So exception: the density of sodium and magnesium is greater than potassium and calcium respectively. This can be explained by inner cell configuration. In potassium, 3d0 orbital is vacant, so third orbit has the capacity of hold 18 electrons, but it has only 8 electrons. Due to empty orbitals, atomic volume increases and so density decreases. Lithium is lightest metal known. Highest density of solid metal, iridium and osmium, and liquid metal, mercury. Order of density of element: lithium less than sodium. As you know, when you move down the group, density increases. So lithium less than potassium, less than sodium, less than rubidium, less than cesium. Similarly, calcium less than yttrium, lanthanide, mercury, gold, osmium, iridium, chromium, iron, copper, calcium, magnesium, beryllium, strontium, barium, titanium, zirconium, hafnium, scandium, zinc, iron, mercury, Fe less than copper. So these are the order of density. Now boiling point and melting point. It is a property of aggregate of atoms. It is a property of aggregate of atoms. Okay. It is a property of aggregate of atoms and not a single atom. That is why it is a molecular property. When you discuss the intermolecular force or Van der Waals, so one of hydrogen bond, we also discussed. We will discuss the melting point, boiling point, intermolecular hydrogen bonding and intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So it is a property of aggregate of atoms and not of a single atom. Why it is molecular property? That's why it is molecular property. Melting point of solid depends on structure of solid, chemical bond and bond energy. Structure of solid made up of atomic solids, molecular solids and metallic solids. Order of decreasing melting point is atomic solid greater than metallic solid greater than molecular solid. So atomic solid will be higher melting point than metallic solid, then molecular solid. Chemical bond among particles in solid, order of bond strength is covalent bond greater than metallic bond greater than Van der Waals bond. So bond energy, covalent solids like diamond, SiO2, etc. have only covalent bonds between atoms, so their bond energy is higher than molecular or metallic solids. Periodic variation: in period from left to right, boiling point and melting point first increases, then decreases. Alkali metals, crystal structure of BCC, low boiling point and melting point. Transition metal FCC, high boiling point and melting point. Inert gas, lowest boiling point and melting point, Van der Waals. Transition element, highest melting point, metal, tungsten, maximum melting point 3400, 10 degrees centigrade. Mercury, lowest melting point minus 38 degrees centigrade. Non-metal, carbon in the form of diamond, highest melting point 3727. So this is the highest melting point of carbon. Helium, lowest melting point. So lowest melting point is minus 270 degrees centigrade. Okay. So in a group, in S block elements, boiling point and melting point decreases down the group. Lithium, sodium solid, cesium, francium liquid. So it is due to weak cohesive energy of metallic bond in group 1. In D block elements, boiling point and melting point increases down the group. Boiling point, melting point decreases down the group from 15 to 18 groups. Boiling point, melting point increases down the group. Atomic weight and molecular weight proportional to van der Waals force. So boiling point and melting point of monoatomic molecules are lesser than diatomic molecules. So that's why 18 group less than halogen groups. So atomic solid nonmetals like B, C and silicon has higher boiling point and melting point due to strong covalent bond. So boiling point and melting point of molecular solids are less because of weak van der Waals force of attractions. As for example, order of melting point, lithium greater than sodium, greater than potassium, greater than cesium. Similarly, in case of carbon, greater than silicon, greater than germanium. In case of helium, less than neon, less than argon, less than radon. Similarly, beryllium greater than calcium, strontium, barium, magnesium. Carbon greater than boron, greater than silicon. Zinc also greater than cadmium, greater than mercury. And also F2 less than Cl2, less than Br2, less than I2, and boron greater than aluminium, greater than gallium, copper greater than barium, greater than silver. So these are the boiling point and melting point variations. Okay. So in a gist of the periodic table. So which one decreases, which one increases, both along the periods and the down the groups. So atomic radius along the period decreases, increases. Ionization potential increases, decreases. Electronegativity increases, decreases. Electron affinity increases, decreases. Covalent character of halides increases, decreases. Metallic character decreases, metallic character increases. Oxidizing nature decreases, decreases. Reducing nature decreases, increases down the group. Skinning effect increases, it is also increases down the group. Effective nuclear charge increases, effective nuclear charge down the group constant. Valency with respect to oxygen increases, constant. Basic character of hydroxides decreases, increases for metals. Basic character of hydrides decreases, increases. Strength of oxyacids increases. Decreases. Thermal stability of sulfate decreases, increases. Thermal stability of carbonates, that will be discussed in Fajans rule, decreases, increases. Thermal stability of nitrates decreases, increases. Thermal stability of hydroxide decreases, also increases. Density first increases, then decreases. Density down the group increases. Electropositivity decreases, increases. So this is the trend. This is the trend of several types of properties. We know atomic radius, ionization potential, electronegativity, electron affinity, covalent character, metallic character, oxidizing nature, reducing nature, skinning effect, effective nuclear charge, valence with respect to oxygen, basic character of hydroxide, basic character of hydrides, basic character of oxides, strength of oxyacids, thermal stability of sulfates, thermal stability of carbonate, thermal stability of nitrates, and thermal stability of hydroxides. Also density and electropositivity decreases, increases. Okay, so these are the gist different physical properties of this periodic table, modern periodic table. So I have shown this in a gist. We should remember this. If we have problem, there is a every decrease in increase, there is a proper explanations. Okay, and it has also some exceptional case. We should remember this. So I have finished the modern periodic table questions. Next class we will discuss the Fajans rule. Okay, so polarizability and hard acid, hard base, etc. So I hope you enjoy this video lectures. Thank you for watching this video, because this I have finished the whole chapter of periodic tables. Okay, so periodic table means modern periodic tables and old periodic tables. So thank you again for watching this video.